Hello everyone and welcome back to my Formula 1 97 Let's Play, and today we have reached round 12 of the championship. Yes, it's time for the Spa-Francorchamps Champs circuit, quite possibly the greatest Formula 1 circuit in the world ever. In my opinion anyway. And let's go out now for our first qualifying run for our driver of choice, of course, in the Jordan car. I'd like to introduce you once again to Mr. Gabriele Tarquini. Yes, everyone cheer everyone, cheer. Oh dear. Anyway, so out we go. But this, of course, is not the Spa circuit of today. This is the Spa circuit of 1997. And if you just saw there, we went through the absolutely fantastic bus stop chicane. Yes, which is no longer in Formula 1 2020. No longer in 2020, but it was in 1997. An absolutely glorious turn that you had to take just before the final corner, of course, of the lap. And then, of course, there was the absolutely torturous pit lane entrance. Oh my goodness, you could take it flat out, but then you had to brake really, really hard as you tried desperately. Oh my goodness, and how to say that, Gabriele Tarquini has braked really, really hard there, and he's gone off onto the escape road, but he's rejoined, but unfortunately this is not going to be a good time for him on his first qualifying run. As you can see from the weather outside, just on the background of the circuit there, you can see that it's overcast, which means it may rain, but hopefully this won't affect qualifying, well, not the early stages of it anyway. So as I was saying, yes, you have to brake really, really hard to go into the pit, and it's a torturous journey into your pit box. Absolutely torturous journey. You've got the barriers really, really close to you. You have to be very, very careful that you don't actually hit them as you come in. Did you just see that? We went past a McDonald's sign. It's all going on in the Spa circuit. Just look at the glorious background. We've got the trees suddenly popping into view, and we've got what seems like mountains. Look, mountains off to the left of us. I don't quite remember them being in Spa, but obviously they were put in for some reason. Obviously to hide some graphical glitches probably, but there you go. Yes, we've got it all. As we can see the trees once now, we go underneath once again one of those signs which I can't quite read what it said there. That one says faster, of course, which of course is a reference to Foster's Lager, which of course I had to change because some of the legal I's and T's hadn't been dotted properly, so I had to withdraw it from sale for a little while they changed that. Anyway, it's time for Nerd Corner. Once again, we're just going to have a look and see what time Mr. Gabriele Tarquini is going to put in as he crosses the line, and he's going to put him in first position. First place at the moment for Gabriele Tarquini. Fantastic. Anyway, as I say, it's time for Nerd Corner once again as I read off the pamphlet, the glorious pamphlet, yes, the instruction manual for Formula 1 97. Back in the days when you used to get instruction manuals. Oh my goodness, it's absolutely glorious it is. Anyway, this race was first run on August the 24th 1997. The circuit length is 4.329 miles and the race length is 44 laps. In 1996, pole position went to Jacques Villeneuve with a 1 minute 50 seconds, and the winner was Michael Schumacher after 1 hour and 28 minutes, and the fastest lap went to Gerhard Berger with a 1 minute 53.067 seconds. Fantastic. And we actually have corner names for Spa. Yes, we do, but unfortunately I've gone past it now, so I can't actually find out where I am on the circuit. But I'll just read some of them out. Some of the glorious names that you may remember from past days gone. We've got the bus stop chicane, of course, which I mentioned earlier. We've got La Source. We've got Eau Rouge. We've got the Kemmel Strait. We've got Les Combes. We've got Malmedy. We've got Rivage. We've got Pouhon. And we've got Les Fanage. I think that's right. Anyway, I've never heard of that one. I don't remember anyone ever calling that Les Farage in any of the commentaries. And we got Stavelot, of course. Yes, fantastic. Stavelot. Who can forget Stavelot? That was mentioned many times in the commentaries. Anyway, Sebastian Vettel currently has pole position at the moment with a 1:44.498. Let's have a look and see what time Mr. Gabriele Tarquini as he goes through the bus stop chicane once again. Let's see what time he's going to put in as he crosses the line. Is he going to beat Sebastian Vettel's 1:44? The answer is going to be a resounding no. 1:49. 4.8 seconds behind, but it's still got him second place. Anyway, now we come into that torturous pit lane entrance. Absolutely torturous, but Gabriele Tarquini managed it quite happily, we have to say. So he's out of fuel, so he's got to come in for his pit stop, and we will see now as we accelerate forward like we always do through the timings to see our first 15 minutes of this qualifying session to see where we are. Sebastian Vettel's got pole. Turunga Lila. Oh my goodness. Turunga Lila is in second position. George Russell in third. Hulkenberg in fourth. Race drivers in fifth. Grosjean in sixth. Albon in seventh. And you can see that we are currently down to ninth place now. Yes. 10th position now. Lewis Hamilton in 11th. And of course that crap car. I can't remember what it was called now, but it's a crap car. Because we put him in there, you know, on purpose, of course, on purpose. Yes, that's right. Tyrrell, that was it, Tyrrell. I suddenly remembered it. So we're down to 11th. Sebastian Vettel still in pole position at the moment. Turunga Leela is still holding on. Look at this. She is the qualifying queen once again into second position in, of course, our sister car, the other Jordan car. And we are still holding on to 11th at the moment. Yes, 11th. Wowzers. Hamilton in 12th. So as you can see, that's still with a few minutes to go. But as you can see now, we've only got 6 minutes and 48 seconds left of the qualifying session. And unfortunately, Gabriele Tarquini, well, his driver was too busy watching Arrow, to be honest. Yes, and when he came back, he suddenly realised that it was raining and there wasn't enough time to go out again. So it looks like he's going to finish in 17th position for the race. George Leclerc got second place in the Ferrari, so it's a Ferrari lockout, 1 and 2. Turunga Leela in third position, Carlos Sainz in 4th, George Russell in 5th, 6th for Hulkenberg, and 17th place. It looks like it's going to finish for Gabriele Tarquini in the Jordan car. Oh my goodness. So there you go, the time is counting down, just 2 seconds to go, and it's all over. Wowzers. Absolute wowzers. Let's have a look at the final scores on the doors then and see where everyone ended up. Yes, Sebastian Vettel in pole position, Charles Leclerc in second, Turunga Leela in third place, Gabriele Tarquini in 17th. Okay, it's time to hand you over to Murray Walker.
Welcome to the beautiful Spa-Francorchamps circuit for the Belgian Grand Prix. This is, without doubt, the best road track in the world. It has everything. 4.3 miles long, straights, fast open corners, a tight chicane, and the legendary daunting Eau Rouge. The scenery is just as spectacular, and there are loads of good vantage points. Spa is a real favourite for Michael Schumacher. He won here last year, and it's where he made his debut in 1991, and where he won his first victory a year later.
Ah, thank you, Murray. Could you imagine Murray commentating on porn? Anyway, we know from a radio chatter that Gabriele Tarquini is only on a one-stop strategy, so as the 5 lights go out, it looks like he's just going to hold back and hope that he doesn't hit the cars in front. Well, he does hold back, but unfortunately one of the cars gets a run on him. It's one of the Arrows cars. Oh, there's nowhere to go. He's getting squeezed. He slows down again. He gets hit in the Jack Jones by one of the Minardi cars. We've got yellow flags. Oh, and he's hit the barrier as well. This is absolute disaster for Gabriele Tarquini as he makes a tortuous turn 1, and he's hit the Minardi and his wings come off. His front wing has come off. This is absolutely disastrous start for Gabriele Tarquini. His front wing has come off, but he is still going to overtake this Minardi. It's a final little fuck you to the Minardi car there, but he gets past, but his wing is off, so he's got to make a very, very early pit stop. Oh my goodness, this was an absolute disaster start for Gabriele Tarquini, but I do believe if he got further up the grid, I don't think he would have had these problems. And you can see that Minardi's trying to sneak back past Gabriele Tarquini as we go into this turn. Well, he's got no turn, of course, because he's got no front wheel on the car. Still in last place for Gabriele Tarquini. The Minardi goes past now. Oh my goodness. This is not looking good. All we've got now to save us is rain. If it starts to rain, we could be in with a good chance. But at the moment, we have completely blown it. Because, of course, the circuit is over 4 miles in length. So now Gabriele Tarquini has just got to gently tiptoe around these corners until he can get back into the pits and get a new front wing on that car. It's going to be very, very tough indeed. You can see he's struggling. He's struggling to get it in tight enough into the turns, but he's going to continue on because Gabriele Tarquini is a fighter. Yes, a real fighter. Just have a look at him on Google and you will see just how many world championships he really won. Yes, if he was in the Matrix. Take the red pill, Gabriele. Take the red pill. Anyway, 5 seconds behind Daniel Kvyat now in that Minardi car. Yes, 5 seconds behind. Everyone's saying why I put Daniel Kvyat in a Minardi because, of course, Toro Rosso actually brought out Minardi, so that's the reason why. Okay, good. It's nothing to do with the fact that I hate the Torpedo. No, nothing at all, because I'm pretty neutral about most of the drivers, it has to be said. Anyway, Gabriele Tarquini on lap 1 comes into the pits for his new wing. This is going to put him way, way, way down the field. Well, he can't get much more way down because he's already in last place, but he's going to be even further down now as he comes in for a new front wing and a new rear wing as well. My goodness, that was real damage with that Minardi. He's putting 11 laps of fuel. We've got a yellow flag as well for some unknown reason. Anyway, we rejoin now Another car came into the pitch. You just see it coming out there. Wowzers. Anyway, we rejoin now in 22nd place, and already, as you can see, Gabriele Tarquini is catching it to Minardi. He catches up to the back of the Minardi, tries to remove as we go into Eau Rouge. Yes, climb up the hill once again into the Kemmel Straight, but he's desperately trying to get past his Minardi because, of course, we don't want the Minardi to hold us up, but at the moment, that Minardi is just doing that. Yes, it's holding us up. As we now power down the Kemmel Straight, the Jordan Peugeot has got so much more horsepower than this Minardi in front, but there is just no room for Gabriele Tarquini to get past. But he is trying, like he always does, to try and see if he can get past this Minardi. But the Minardi seems to be pulling away. It's unbelievable scenes. It's Pierre Gasly in that Minardi. Pierre Gasly, and he seems to be pulling away slightly. But of course, don't forget, Gabriele Tarquini has got a full tank of fuel on board. And in this game, fuel weight means absolutely everything. Yes, absolutely everything for Gabriele Tarquini. So hopefully, very, very soon, he's going to be able to catch up to the back of this Minardi and get past him. This is still the second lap of the Grand Prix, the disastrous Grand Prix at the moment for Gabriele Tarquini. As we accelerate forward out to lap 3, as you can see, he has caught up to the back of that Minardi and he sails past, going down a hill. And as we just go up into the Eau Rouge section once again, he's up now into 23rd position, but 43 seconds behind Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari, who's in the lead of this race. As we accelerate forward now, on lap 3, there's a car blown up. I think it's one of the Williams. I think that was one of the Williams. Wowzers. So one of those cars is now out of the race. You see all those flames coming out the back of that Williams. Absolutely fantastic. And we need that back in modern Formula 1 games. We need to see all the sparks flying and the flames exploding, engine parts going everywhere. Why? With all the technical developments that these modern games can produce, can't we get that back? I just don't get it. I just really don't get it. Anyway, enough ranting from me as we accelerate forward out to lap 7 of the Grand Prix. Up into 20th position now. Yes, 20th place for Gabriele Tarquini. And it started to rain. Look at this. You can see visually now that the rain is starting to come down. This is going to save us. This is possibly going to save us as we're trying to get past one of the Tyrrell cars. That's either, of course, Lewis Hamilton or Valtteri Bottas. But yes, it is starting to rain. So we may be in with a good chance here as we look at the scoreboard now. Leclerc is in first place, Sebastian Vettel in second, Hulkenberg in third position, Carlos Sainz in fourth, Kubica in fifth, and Kimi Raikkonen in sixth place as we hang on still to this 20th position at the moment. But it's starting to rain ever harder as we accelerate forward now to the end of lap 7. Just going through the final corner there, you can see we're going past the pitch, and I think some cars have come into the pitch. Yes, they have. You can just see them off the right hand side there. So we're going to gain more positions up into 16th place now for Gabriele Tarquini. 16th position. It is looking good as a car comes out of the pits though. It's one of the other Tyrrells. That of course is either Lewis Hamilton or Valtteri. Doesn't really matter because we get past him. It's been whoever it was. We're about to get past the other car as we're going now into the Kemmel Straight. Just going into the Kemmel Straight about now, I do believe, and we power past this other Tyrrell, and we're up now into 15th position. Yes, Georges Leclerc though is still in. Georges Leclerc? Charles Leclerc. Oh, there's a car slowing down there. One of the Saubers as well. Yes, Charles Leclerc is still in first position at the moment. I was getting my Charles and Georges and everything else all completely mixed up there. Yes. Anyway, this is lap 8 and it is raining even harder, but we can't come in for a pit stop yet because, as I've said in previous episodes, you have to look just underneath the tyres. As soon as you start to see some spray underneath those tyres, it is time to come in for a pit stop. As we've accelerated forward down to lap 8 and just going past the pits, I think there's more cars coming. Yes, there is. I just saw a blue car there come into the pits. And we've made up a few more positions, I do believe. We'll have a look at the moment when the scoreboard tells us. 12 laps remaining in this Grand Prix. This is now lap 9. Charles Leclerc still in first position. Vettel still in second place. So it's still a Ferrari lockout right at the front of the grid. As he's now caught up to a car in front. It's another white car. We can't see who it is though. It's one of the... Is that a Stewart now? Yes, we're going past the Stewart. So up into 11th place now on lap 9. Almost half distance of the race. And we're already almost up into 11th place. Now, we accelerate forward down to the end of lap 9, or just a little bit later into lap 9, I should say. We just got past one of the Prost cars. That was either Regina Hertz or Carmen Jordan. Now you can see from the spray underneath the tyres that it is now definitely time to come in for a pit stop. In fact, Gabriele Tarquini may have left it a little bit too late, but unfortunately, because of the length of this circuit, it was very, very hard to judge when to come into the pits, because if you come in too early, you lose acres of time. Absolutely acres of time. Anyway, 10th position now for Gabriele Tarquini on lap 9. There's another car going very, very slowly. Look at this. It's another Sauber, and he's got an engine failure. You can see the blue smoke coming out the back of that Sauber car. Anyway, it doesn't matter for Gabriele Tarquini because now he's coming in for his pit stop. Oh, very, very torturous there. Very, very torturous. Anyway, we're going to change onto the wet tyres for Gabriele Tarquini. And he's doing pretty well at the moment. Already up into 10th place. So just half the field to go now. So onto the wet. No, Gabriele. No, not the slicks. No. Oh, no, disaster. He flicked the wrong button, or maybe the mechanics flicked the wrong button. He was supposed to go onto wets, but he's gone to monsoon tyres, which were no good. At the very, very last second, tried to change the decision, but he went on to slick tyres. So he rejoins now on slick tyres on a wet track. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely disastrous. We've made a complete cock-up in the pit stop. A complete cock-up. Already down into 12th position as we go through the Oru section now. And there's just going to be absolutely zero grip in these tyres for Gabriele Tarquini. You can see he's struggling. He's going to be okay going down the straights, but as soon as he gets to those corners, he's going to have absolutely zero grip. And as you can see, there he goes. He's off onto the boondocks, onto the escape road as well. He rejoins, and I think that was Tirunga Leela got past him there. Yes, down to 14th place now, 15th position as one of the arrows goes past as well. Oh, it's all going Pete Tong now for Gabriele Tarquini. Absolutely going Pete Tong for Gabriele. As we accelerate forward now, still on lap 10, he gets overtaken. Oh, he's been hit at the Jack Jones, and he goes into the barrier by one of the Minardis once again. One of the Minardis just completely clouded him in the rear end. He's down to 20th position now, and 1 minute and 13 seconds behind the leader, who is now currently Sebastian Vettel. It's just going from bad to bloody worse. Yes, bad to bloody worse. He's still got no grip in the car, and he just dings his rear wing as well as he hits the barrier there. So now he's going to come into the pits. Hopefully we will get these wet tyres on now. Yes, come on, Gabriele. You can do it. We believe in you. We believe in you. Hopefully no mistakes are going to be made. On to, come on, wets. No, turn the fuel off. Oh, we put too much fuel in the car. 25 laps of fuel. But at least we're on the right tyres now. At least we are on the right tyres, which is all we need. So we've got basically half the Grand Prix left to go. And let's see if we can catch up and do a fantastic recovery drive and catch up to these cars in front and maybe get into the points. It's still possible. It is still possible for us to get into the points because, of course, the AI slowed down horribly in the wet conditions. Okay, so here we are, still lap 11, still chasing like crazy against Sebastian Vettel. Almost 2 minutes. Oh, no! Bugger. What is that now? 6 fuel line failures for this championship so far? It's got to be at least 6, surely. I think we've got zero chance of winning the championship, but we will fight on as we always do and see how we end up in the end. So there's the final results then. Sebastian Vettel won the race, Charles Leclerc in 2nd place. Hill Race Driver got 6th position, and Gabriele Tarquini did not finish at all because of that fuel line failure on the car. Oh my goodness. Disaster again for Gabriele Tarquini in Spa, which of course is one of the favourite circuits. So here are the championship positions after 12 rounds. Gabriele Tarquini is joint 4th with 35 points, so he's still not doing too bad. Sebastian Vettel out in the lead though with 55 points. George Russell in 2nd place with 48 World Championship points. And Robert Kubica with 41, and Charles Leclerc, of course, with 35, equal with us. So, on to the constructors now, and let's see where we are. And we're still in 3rd place, though, with 46 points. Ferrari way out in front with 90 World Championship points. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Of course, there will, of course, be more later.